In the book of John, Jesus makes a very profound statement. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So at face value, we can say this is a very provocative statement. How can Jesus say he's the only way? No one can go to the Father. It seems as if it is an exclusion. Some people will not be able to do that. It could even be a politically incorrect statement. It is an absolute statement. But let's look at this statement once again, and we see and color it in with 3 questions that the disciples asked Jesus. First of all, Peter was standing there, and Peter was looking a bit perplexed. Jesus was saying and talking to them and saying that he's going away. And Peter, looking at him, felt somewhat rebuked because just before that, Jesus said to him, Peter, you are going to betray me. So in his mind, Peter might have thought 1 + 1 is 2. I am going to betray him, and maybe Jesus is thinking it is better that he goes away. So Peter asked this question, Lord, why are you going away? And Jesus turned to Peter and he smiled and he could read his mind, and he said to Peter, Peter, don't worry. Don't worry. Something Jesus might be saying to us today as well. He says, Peter, I'm going away. I'm going to the Father to prepare a room for you in the Father's house. And then I will be coming back. So Thomas got excited and he said, so Lord, you're going to the Father, you're going to prepare a place, and then you're coming back. So there is a way to the Father and back. Show us this way. And Jesus smiled and said to Thomas, but Thomas, I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life. No one can get to the Father except the way, and I am that way. So Philip comes into the story and he says, all right, so there's a way, and I know why you're going. Show us the Father. Then the picture will be complete, because if we can see the Father, then we can know where we're going, and we can also see the Father. And then Jesus said to Philip, Philip, I've been with you so long. I've been with you so many years. Don't you know that if you see me, you also see the Father? So what Jesus was saying there, that he and the Father is one. And we go back to the book of John. In the first chapter, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the Word became flesh. In the beginning was Jesus, and Jesus was with God, and he was God. It is the same implication that we have here, that Jesus is saying to Philip, but I and the Father am one. I am God. So I am the way. If I am God and I am the way, there is no other way. It is not a politically incorrect statement, but it is an absolutely correct statement and a realistic statement that Jesus is God. He is the way, he is the truth, he is the life. In him, there is nothing else. The book of John, first book of John 5 also says to us that he is the Messiah. Jesus the Christ is the Messiah, and he is the true God. So Jesus, when he says, I am the way, the truth, the life, he's talking very realistically about his own position as being the Word that has become flesh, the Word that was with God, and the Word that is God. The question we need to end with is this. Do we know the way? Do you know the way? Have you seen the way? Because if you've seen Jesus, you've seen the Father. If you are in Jesus and in his kingdom, then you are on the way. If you don't know the way, if you don't know where you're going, if you don't know whether a room has been prepared for you, this verse will speak to you that Jesus is the way, the only way to God, and Jesus is God.